Yo, Dewey. Not getting much of a response from him. Anyways, the material has been dropped off at Lisa's place, so I'm gonna go over and start organizing stuff. And I gotta learn how to use a nail gun, which that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be fun.
You better be careful.
I'm gonna be careful. Hannah's gonna be chilling at home.
I was gonna help, but you don't need me anymore, so whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna require Hannah's help because I didn't think that they'd be able to drop the materials off in the backyard. But apparently the Lowe's guy was able to do it, so thumbs up to the Lowe's guy, and yeah, saved us a lot of work. Boom.
Thanks, Lowe's guy.
All right, so material drop off number 1 is complete. So this should get me the subfloor with the insulation in the subfloor, the walls, the roof up, and then all the sheathing that goes around the sides and the sheathing that goes on the roof as well. So this should be enough material for all of that to get me to that point. Then when I get a little bit closer to doing the windows and the doors, then I'll order those, and then the siding and the actual metal roof that'll go on it. I'm really impressed that the fork truck driver drove down the alleyway and dropped these off in here, which was really, really nice. Because with Home Depot, for example, they were just gonna drop it off on the curb, then we would have had to like carry everything into the back here. I will probably have to move all this material onto the grass because I'm gonna need this area, especially when I'm framing the walls. But it's so much easier just to only have to move it just a few feet as opposed to moving it, say, from the driveway all the way over there. So another +1 for Lowe's. Very, very good. So some of this material that's on the top, so these are 1x8 by 10 foot. These are 1x8 by 8 foot. I'm not gonna need, like, these are gonna be for the fascia board, so I'm not gonna need these for a while. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start offloading some of the stuff that I'm not gonna really need anytime soon onto this right here. So obviously you never want to put fresh lumber directly on the ground because the lumber will absorb the moisture from the ground. And it did happen to rain for the first time, I think in like almost a month. It rained last night, so the ground is going to be moist, but even if it didn't rain, you never want to leave fresh lumber on the ground or else it's going to absorb the moisture and then it's just going to rot and then it's going to be shit. So getting delivery and having Lowe's actually pick out all the material is definitely a humongous time saver, right? Like imagine if I had to go to Lowe's and pick out everything and then deliver it myself here. That would just be like, that'd be so much work. So it's so much easier just to let them do this. The only downside is that you can't actually select the materials that you're getting. So for example, right here, you can see this piece, this 2x6 has a big disgusting knot thing going through the middle there. But say if I did need to get this one replaced, I'm sure they would just exchange it. But even if I just had to buy another one, like that's still a lot cheaper than having to spend so much of my time to go out and pick out all these materials. It was only like $80 to get all this delivered. I think they just charge a flat rate. Lumber pile number 1 has been sorted into its respective sizes. So we got the 1x8 fascia, 2x6 by 8, 2x4 by 12, 2x4 by 10, 2x4 by 8, and then the 2x6 by 10. So I gotta figure out first how all this stuff goes together. So we got the chop saw stand, the air compressor, and then I also have to figure out how to use the nailing gun as well, and then the chop saw down at the bottom there. I literally have to put this over the camera when it's in the direct sunlight because one of the days that I was here leveling the trailer, literally the camera was overheating. It had like a little temperature thing in there, like a little temperature thing that was blinking, and I'm like, I've never seen that before, so I've got to come up with a interesting way of protecting the camera from the sunlight. All right, so we just had a whole bunch of rain, so I had to scurry and get some tarps over the material here. It wasn't even supposed to rain today. It was like cloudy but it didn't call for rain, so that's kind of annoying. All right, with that working and set up, I'm gonna try to figure out how to get the pneumatic framing nailer going. So let's do it. Cool. So I can't try the nailer out today, so with the compressor, the hose, and the nailer, essentially what I'm gonna need is some type of quick disconnect attachments that go on the hose here in order to hook it into the compressor and the nailer. There's just no way that it connects in there like this. So I'll have to go to Lowe's on the way home and pick something up. That's all that I really wanted to do today, was just to get the material sorted out, get some of the tools set up so that I can come back tomorrow and start working on the subfloor. So I'm just gonna clean up and head on home. Very exciting to get all the stuff for the tiny house going.
No, it rained the only day that it like rains ever.
Yeah, but that's like good luck. It rained on our wedding day, and that was good luck. So the first day of getting all the stuff for the tiny house also, I think, is a stroke of good luck.
Yeah.
And you might be wondering, like, all right. hold up.
Kicked it like way out of the way. Just kick it like on the other side of the apartment complex.
I didn't mean to. You're gonna notice that Hannah's only gonna be helping me with the tiny house whenever I need her to help. It's probably better for our marriage and for our relationship if we're not always working on it together. One of the biggest reasons why couples break up, including like divorces, is home renovations, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think, remember in our last video when we said we argued a lot when we first got married? It's because we were renovating my house. Like,
yeah.
And Derek was like, well, we should do this, 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 and this to it. And I'm like, this is my house that I've lived in for like 6 years. And like, we would fight about every little tiny thing, and I just didn't give a f. And Derek was very perfectionist about it, and blah, blah, blah. And in the end, we probably should just not have given a f, because we didn't make any money off of it.
Yeah.
And the realtor was like, it didn't even matter that you did this. Like,
you want the house to be finished, but it didn't have to be,
increase the value.
It didn't have to be finished nicely. It just had to be finished.
Home renovations, they're not my
Home
thing.
Constructions.
It's not my thing.
Yeah, so it's like, if you're like, well, Hannah's not helping out with the house, it's like,
He doesn't want me to help.
I want to do as much as I can by myself, because then I don't have to like, because Hannah doesn't know what the hell she's doing, right? Like, I'm not saying that in like a bad way or anything like that. She doesn't know what she's doing. I have a much better idea of what I'm doing, but it's like,
Yeah.
I don't fully know what I'm doing.
But
so
he
it's
cares
like,
to learn.
Yeah.
I don't give any f***s to learn about this. Like, I just want a nice house and a beautiful kitchen and some good lighting. Like,
yeah, that's all Hannah wants. I'm more of the, I want to actually build it.
Handyman bananas kind of guy.
Yeah,
If I was
handyman
there
man.
every day, I would just be like cheering him on and giving him water and feeding him smoothies and shit. Like,
Which is not a very productive use of her time.
no, when I could be taking beautiful photos and writing a book and
Yeah.
riding my bike and taking care of the dogs and
Yeah.
Go
So
on.
it just kind of works better for us. If I mainly focus on doing the house stuff. If I need a hand from her every once in a while, yeah, then she can come along and help out. But even Andrew, Lisa's son, who he's like at the house all the time. So even if I need a hand with something just quickly, like I can usually probably just ask him.
yeah.
And for other stuff, you know, maybe later on with more of like the painting and some of the finishing stuff, Hannah can help me out with a lot of that stuff as well. And a lot of the stuff I'm gonna have to do, like it's just easier for me to do it by myself, but if I need like an extra helping hand,
Yeah.
then Hannah can help out.
If I'm at the house, the majority of what I'll be doing is probably helping like Lisa
Yeah.
and like making healthy meals for her and stuff, because I know that she has troubles with that. So like, I probably won't even be helping Derek. I'll be helping Lisa.
Yeah.
But she, I mean, has given us her entire backyard for like the next 8 months. So.
Yeah. Which is very, even though we are paying her, it's still at a very cheap price. But we did say that we'd help her out with some other stuff as well.
Yeah.
But they're very, very nice people, and they're very, like, they just don't care that I'm doing this. They're just like, yeah, like that's cool. Like,
yeah.
They're not like, there's no like stringent rules or anything like that. It's very they're just like, yeah, come and go as you please, and help yourself to this or whatever. So it's very nice of them. So. And
they both want to get healthy, and they want to like lose weight, and it's like, I am all about that shit. Yeah. Anybody that like I know in personal life, I'm like, take them under my wing. I'm like, let me show you my way. And I just like adopt them.
Exactly. So yeah, if you're wondering why like Hannah's not gonna be around, that's the reason why.
It's not because
we don't like each other or whatever. It's just better for us.
Yeah, and he can do the majority of it by himself.
All right, we'll catch you guys on tomorrow's vlog. I'm gonna go and start on the subfloor tomorrow. And what are you up to tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
She hasn't figured that one out.
I'm just gonna live my life, bruh.
Cool. All right, we'll catch you guys on tomorrow's vlog. Catch you soon. Peace.